Hello there, guys. Today we're gonna see a little bit more about Ambi's love-hate relationship with doctors. Enjoy.
I was going to do whatever this doctor told me to do. So I was going in super optimistic through the whole situation. And, when you're on a high and you don't sleep on it, you get kind of manic, or at least for me, I do. I am bipolar. So it was a little bit of a manic situation. I was like, yeah, let's do this thing no matter what he tells me to do and all this stuff. So I was ready for it. Went to the grocery store. I was going to change my whole life, you guys. I slept on it. I woke up the next day and I was ready to eat the meal plan that he told me to eat. If you guys don't remember, that was 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon in the morning. And for my snacks, I was allowed to have beef jerky. For lunch, I was going to have a TV dinner of my choice.
TV dinners can be 300 or 700 calories, so that's kind of sus.
Have a turkey burger or a piece of chicken and some broccoli. See, when I say broccoli, it feels very weird on my mouth.
Girl, what does that even mean?
And I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm not saying this is a bad weight loss doctor. He's probably freaking amazing. But I do find some things odd and strange. And I had time to rethink, rehash, and figure out if this is right for me. See, the thing is, I've had a lot of people contact me and tell me sometimes the first weight loss doctor you see isn't going to be the right one.
Girl, it's the same every time. You go to the doctor, you start getting DMs from the random people, and you start trusting the random people instead of doing what the doctor says. Every single time.
Only I'm so excited. But let me just talk for a minute. So the first thing I found strange is that he didn't think weight loss surgery was right for me. For someone my size, a lot of people my size, they get told that weight loss surgery is right for you.
It's not right for you if you can prove that you have some self-control, because if you get it done and you have no self-control, you're gonna blow your stitches and then it's gonna be a life-threatening situation for you.
This is how you're going to save your life. But he didn't want to give me weight loss. And he still explained to me he didn't think weight loss surgery was going to make me lose weight.
Well, because there's people that force themselves to eat even after having their weight loss surgery and they don't lose the weight. And they force their stomach to expand again.
And I was just like, okay. Second thing is this broccoli situation. So we were going back and forth and he was telling me what to eat. And he was telling me what kinds of foods I like because he didn't want me to eat things I didn't like, obviously. So he didn't mention anything of fruits and vegetables. Not a single thing. And for some reason that shocked me because I feel like a good nutritional diet is to have fruits and vegetables. And I remember because I kept trying to because he kept just talking, it was he talked a lot about himself, which I enjoyed because he was talking about a lot about his experiences and stuff, but he kept going off on something else when he was trying to tell me what I was supposed to eat throughout the day. And for some reason, I even said this in the video before, he kept forgetting to tell me about what I should eat for dinners. And so finally, 3 different times, I was just like, so yeah, you didn't tell me what I have to do for dinner. And I felt kind of annoying, but that was the thing. That was why I went there. He was supposed to, tell me these things. He looked at me and he's like, so what do you think you should eat for dinner? And before I could even say anything, Becky was sitting and she was like, I'm thinking chicken. He was like, exactly. Just a piece of meat. You can even go to McDonald's.
So that was a lie.
No, Chad, I'm not buying it. I don't think the doctor told her to have TV dinners for lunch and McDonald's for dinner.
And have cheeseburgers if you wanted, just take off the bun. But he wasn't mentioning fruits and vegetables. And for some reason, that just surprised me for some reason.
I think that doctor just didn't know nutrition like Amber does.
Why though you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop you lying.
So I was like, well, do I have stuff on the side? Do I have veggies or whatever, broccoli? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. But he was like, make sure you don't have a lot of it because it's filled with tons of carbs. And I was just like, for some reason, in my gut kind of twisted a bit. How when you should trust your instinct, trust your gut and your heart and what that says. I was like, okay, so he'd rather me eat, I'm not saying anything's wrong with bacon and stuff, have that in moderation, of course, but he would rather me eat sodium-filled beef jerky, and he'd rather me go to McDonald's and have a cheeseburger over broccoli. For some reason, that churned me, in my stomach. It made me feel weird, but I ignored it because I was ready to listen to everything that he wanted me to do. So he told me to eat exactly what we planned out and not to do anything different. So I was like, okay, that's gonna be easy because that's what I like. I want someone to tell me exactly what I'm supposed to eat. But it's I feel like there's a right and there's a wrong. I asked him, should I log my food somewhere, because he wanted me to stay under a carb limit. And he said, no, don't log your food. And in my head, I was like,
So I don't know if she just completely is making this up or she didn't ask those questions and she's just making up what she think the doctor would have said. But this is completely ridiculous. Ridiculous. No doctor would say that.
Then how do I know how many carbs I'm staying under? Because he gave me a specific number. And then I was like, well, should I count calories? And he was like, no, don't worry about calories because I don't want you to become obsessive or anything like that. Just follow exactly what I told you to eat. So I was just like, okay. I was really excited not to have to count calories because that is like my least favorite thing to do in like the whole world. It's so overwhelming, but it does the job. I'm going to be honest. Counting calories is like the number one way of losing weight. So it was the next day and I was following plan exactly like he told me to do. And it was about the day was over halfway over. And normally I don't really like eating breakfast. You guys know this about me. So my day was kind of off kilter already because he wanted me to eat breakfast. So I was just following plan and I was like, okay, I'm going to do something he told me not to do. I decided to go on MyFitnessPal and I decided to log my food on there. Everything that I was going to eat that day because everything was ready, set, and scheduled to go. And I still had dinner to eat. So I was logging my food, doing my thing, and I was excited. I was like, okay, I could probably eat this every day. I don't have to eat tons of fruit and veggies. Like, okay, if I could lose weight and not have to eat those, cool. Because I should believe everything a weight loss doctor says, right?
And she's just holding back a smile like, you guys think the doctors know what they're saying, but I know better. I'm nutrition lean. I know what to do.
See, it sounds like I'm being like rude. I'm really not. This is just like how I feel for me and like my body and my situation. But anyways, so I logged everything and my sodium was over 4,000 milligrams.
Because she cares so much about her sodium. She tracks it every day so she doesn't go overboard, guys. This is super important to her.
I think it was at 4,600. I was about to say 46,000. I'd be dead. It was at 4,600 milligrams. And that took me aback, especially because the calories. The calories versus the sodium completely shook me. It was like 720 calories. That was all I was going to eat every single day. And I was like, my eating disorder mind and like everything that's happened to me in the past with like food and everything just came rushing back. And I started thinking of Octavia and I started thinking of my binge eating disorder. And I was just like, what? 720 calories? I can't do it. See, and it's not even just like, oh, but I can like stop eating that and add more of that to my diet and I'll make sure I don't have as much sodium, but like higher my calories. I couldn't because he told me distinctively, this is what you're going to be eating every single day. And I don't know. I want to know. DM me if you want. Is 720 calories every single day? Is that okay for someone?
For people Amber size, doctor now gives them 12 or 800 calorie diet. So it's actually not that crazy.
Especially when there's like really no fruits and no vegetables. It's all very processed meats and things like that. And it's like a lot of sodium. Is that like okay? So before anyone clocks me and like in the comments and they're saying, well, you eat, tons of sodium on the daily basis anyways. You guys, I am trying my hardest to find a sustainable, doable, healthy, nutritious, not malnourished type of lifestyle.
Stop the cap.
If I'm going to be starting a new diet plan and I truly have to try every single day not to eat the junk that I want to eat and to become a healthier me and lose weight, I don't want to be doing something unhealthy. I thoroughly believe that you should trust your gut.
If trusting your gut got you to 600 pounds, don't trust your gut. It's not working, girl.
And I have done this so many times. I know, I'm annoying, hate me, I'm sorry. But it's just like, this is my life and my journey, and I'm trying to find what is right for me. And I know what's right for me. And it's like staring right at my face. It's just like, me, pick me, pick me. And it's just like, it's so obvious what's right for me. It's so obvious what works for me. I just have to do it. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me. A lot of people are going to be upset with me. But I'm not following my doctor's plan anymore. I don't even think I'm ever going to see him again.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't feel comfortable eating only 700 calories and having over 4,000 milligrams of sodium. It just doesn't make sense to me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I want to be able to eat vegetables. I personally like vegetables. I don't eat them every day, but like when I'm on track and trying to become a better me, vegetables are key. They make me feel better. I want to be able to have some fruit here and there. Moral of the story, 700 calories, over 4,000 milligrams of sodium doesn't make sense, doesn't add up in my brain. It's not right for me, but I do want to let everyone know, don't you fret.
I'm here to tell you right now,
We don't care. Let me tell you.
I have not given up. I'm back on the bicycle and I'm going to be making a whole other video. Well, I think it's just going to be like part of a vlog or something. And girl, I'm going to be weighing in again because he wanted me to throw away the scale.
Girl, stop lying. You're just making shit up, girl. Stop.
I'm just like, I'm not. I need to weigh myself. I am almost 600 pounds. I'm like 40 pounds away from 600 pounds. I need a scale.
I love fruit and veg. I'm weighing myself, and this doctor doesn't want me to eat my fruit and my veg, doesn't want me to weigh myself. I love counting my calories and counting my carbs, and he won't let me count my calories and my carbs, and I just gotta do it. I gotta know how much sodium I'm eating, and he wants me to eat all this sodium, and I just can't do it, guys. I can't do it.
I'm not getting closer to that number. Like, that's what? If you see a weight loss doctor and they tell you things that are just downright like not something that you feel in your gut is gonna work for you, because trust me, that what he told me to do might work for other people 100%, but does that work for me and my journey? No, I don't think it does. And that's okay. You need to find something that works for you. And I hate preaching to the choir when I'm literally the most worst influence when it comes to weight loss. I understand that. But again, I don't stop getting on that bike no matter how many times I fall off. And I feel like someone should at least give me credit for that. Because I could literally turn this whole channel into a mukbang channel and I could make so much more money than I am now, but I would die a lot sooner. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I told you guys I wasn't gonna ramble, but I just wanted to be honest with you guys because that is what my channel is about. Honesty, real. This is what's happening in my life regarding my weight and what I'm doing. And it's always going to be like that. But again, this channel is not just about my weight. It's about everything. I show you guys all kinds of different stuff. And I don't want that ever to end. I just want this to be a lifestyle channel about me, my life, my fur babies, my girlfriend, my family. I can't wait for the day that I visit my family and you get to meet them. That'll be kind of cool. Again, I'm rambling. I'm going to end this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I got another doctor.
Let's go.
Just for this. Not, you know, I'm not trying to make this my new doctor. I just wanted a second opinion
To see if they might agree with me.
I pay out of pocket with my money, so I have every right. Everybody, some of you probably know this. I was diagnosed with gallstones a little over 2 years ago. To make a long story short, I pretty much had to force the emergency room to take an ultrasound because I knew I had gallstones, but their hearts were set on, oh, you're too young to have gallstones, but I knew I had them. The attacks were horrible. After a couple tests, I was right. It came back that I had gallstones. Before I was diagnosed, I actually had a lot of gallbladder attacks, gallstones attacks, whatever you want to call them. The pain is atrocious. For some reason, when I was diagnosed, the pain completely stopped for 2 years. A lot of the reason why it stopped was because I completely stopped my weight loss journey. I got gallstones because of rapid weight loss.
Okay, so we know Amberlynn lies a lot, and that sounded so suspicious to me that I actually had to look it up, and no, it's true. You do get gallstones from rapid weight loss.
Every time I would lose weight, the attacks would come. Every time I'd gain weight, the attacks would leave. I was sabotaging my mind so much by gaining weight. I did not want gallstone attacks. The pain was something that I just couldn't bear. This week, I have been doing absolutely incredible. I have not been doing this well in a very, very long time. Comes with that is weight loss, and the weight loss is probably happening really, really fast. I haven't weighed myself, so I don't know how fast. And what's happening with that is I am having gallstone attacks again. I'm also having some other symptoms that I don't really feel like sharing. It's really, really, really making me nervous. If your attacks get worse, your gallstones get worse. Your gallstone will go into your intestine and it will go to your liver. I do not want that to happen to me, you guys. I'm terrified. Crystal's about to take me to the ER. I'm insanely nervous. Last time I went, they told me next time I come from gallbladder pain, they're taking my gallbladder out. We've been here for like 5 hours now, and I'm just now gonna be seen by the doctor. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Lynn's like, it's supposed to be. They took my blood. Like, that made me sick. They had to take 7 tubes. Update. They have this thing on me and this thing on me. Turnage. I've never seen such a thing in my life. 149 over 73.
149 is way high.
not shabby. 149 over 73 is actually pretty decent, especially for someone my size. Like, geez, I have no idea what's happening. I just saw like 2 nurses among like the other like 5 people I've seen. And now I have to wait for like the head honcho doctor. And when the nurse left, she's all, I don't know if I should put an IV in you yet. And I like literally started crying when she left the room because I don't know what's happening. And I'm really nervous. My blood pressure just was taken again. It's 135 over 82.
That's still way too high, sister.
I always get really worried that my blood pressure is like super high, but I guess it's not. So today is day 1 of actually taking my mood stabilizer. I am kind of nervous because the girl said that this could cause a very bad rash that could be deathly.
Okay, so once again, I didn't believe it and I had to look it up. And it's true, there is a mood stabilizer called lamotrigine that can cause a very rare but very severe deadly rash. So she is telling the truth.
Like, what? Excuse me? So I am a little scared, but I wanted to take it here with you guys. Here it is, this little itty bitty baby. It is now in my system. So if you guys didn't watch my last video, I was diagnosed with a bunch of different things, and one of them is I have bipolar disorder, and I figured I did, and it's just kind of crazy to like be actually diagnosed with it. So that is why I am taking this mood stabilizer, because I can't take antidepressants. She said that's actually why antidepressants don't work for me, is because I am bipolar. So we're gonna be taking a mood stabilizer, which I've never taken before, and it's not supposed to start actually working until 3 to 6 weeks. So today is day 1. So we did this thing. We are one step closer to a better Amberlynn. Hey guys, so a little mini update. Today has not been my day. I've just been experiencing a lot of like depression, anxiety, and things like that, and
Unfortunately, it can take a while for your body to get used to the medication, but you gotta be constant about it.
Becky's trying to make people feel better, so we're literally sitting on the floor playing Skippo. So that's what we're doing. She's actually in a beanbag. Oh my god, they got that on camera. Are you okay?
Yeah, this beanbag though.
Hey guys, so it is the next day. I am wearing the same thing I wore yesterday because I woke up and just threw it on because it was right next to the bed. But I am actually about to go to the ER. I only got about 4 hours of sleep, but really don't care. I noticed yesterday, I just feel like everything's falling apart. Like my whole body is just done, and I don't blame it. But yesterday I started noticing a pain slash a little bit of, I guess you call it maybe puffiness and hardness near my belly button. And my first instinct is hernia. Blood test, pee test. I might get an IV, and they found nothing. And the doctor I saw was just like so nonchalant about how much pain I'm in and where it's located. They literally sent me home, really sending me home without a diagnosis. I'm gonna go back to the ER. I'm gonna go to a different ER.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Hope that they'll help me with this, because like obviously it's not getting better, it's getting worse. Like it'd be a little bit different if I woke up today and it was like better, or if it was just the same. I probably would just wait to schedule an appointment with my doctor, because that's what I was gonna do. And now the fact that it's getting like worse freaks me out. So I'm gonna go to the ER. I feel like if you go to the ER, you should, get the test done.
Well, ERs are for emergencies. That's the whole point. If you're not at an emergency, your signs are stable, you don't have anything broken, you're not at a risk of actually passing away, you're not in agonizing pain or anything like that, you're not really meant to be at an ER. You're draining the resources for something that you should be dealing with your regular doctor. That's not for you to decide, really.
Wrong with you? Like, you should never leave the ER like, oh, you're fine, you're just in pain in the most weirdest spot ever. Like, it just doesn't make no sense to me. Everyone that I've talked to about this has been like, what? That doesn't make sense. So no, it doesn't at all. I woke up worse, so I'm going back to the ER. So it's 7:37, and I want to say about 20 minutes ago I just got really cold with shivers, a little bit of nausea. Like I'm freezing right now. I was sitting on the floor, and the floor is like super cold because we have like, what is it, hardwood floors?
Girl, don't tell me you're gonna go to the ER for that. Oh my god, stop it.
So I don't know if it's because the floor was cold, but I'm like freezing. And I'm a little nervous, so I'm just hoping I'm not like getting sick or whatever, but I would say keep me in your thoughts, but this video won't be up. So I'm just gonna sit in my room for a bit and try to get as warm as possible. I did take my temperature, but it was only 96.6, which doesn't really make sense because isn't that like low? I don't know, but I'll keep you guys updated. So it's 8:19. I have a heating pad on my lap to help. I took my temperature again, 99.9. It's supposed to snow tonight, but I think if my temperature, sorry for all the pills on my blanket, but if my temperature gets to 102, I think I'm gonna have to go to the ER.
Oh no, she said the thing.
Because it's like, could be anything. Flu, strep throat. I've been having pain in my back, which I talked about last vlog. Like, I just don't know, so. Right now, we're at 100.7, and it's been an hour since the last time I checked it. I'm at the hospital.
Driving to the ER in the middle of the night for a slight fever, maybe? Oh my gosh. I'm stressed out and I'm not even there.
Look how dry my lips are. I've been trying to drink a lot of water, though, but my temperature slowly rose, even though I took NyQuil. And my temperature got up to 103.1, which, like, my brain, like, felt drunk. It's so weird. So, I came here, and they took my blood. I peed for them. They swab my nose. So, hopefully we can get this figured out, because I feel horrible. So, we've been back home for about 9 hours now, and I slept. I'm not really going to talk about my diagnosis.
Because they said you don't have any, maybe?
Let's just say I'm gonna heal with medicine, hopefully. It's not the flu or anything like that, which is kind of bittersweet. I almost wish it was the flu, but it's okay. Right now I'm having some chicken noodle soup with a lot of pepper because it's like the best way to have it. I feel absolutely miserable. I haven't even changed my clothes because
you're lazy and gross.
I don't even have like any energy whatsoever. We downloaded, was it called Disney Plus? It actually came out today. So we've been watching that, and it's just kind of like, I just feel, but my plan was to vlog. I wasn't expecting this to happen. My lips are still super dry, indicates dehydration, even though I am drinking so much water. I don't even know how much more I need to drink to not become dehydrated. I look like an actual crazy person, but I'm gonna eat the soup. We're actually watching Finding Nemo. Becky's gonna eat her food, and yeah.
That's it for today, guys. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.